doing a great day. Boys and girls, today I will be sharing a new build that utilizes Black Hole and Meteor for PvP and does ton of damage. Right now you guys can see we are not doing all that great. Our team somewhat got 3 kills versus 8. And look at that, I just did 132k damage versus a player who is much stronger, and I'm gonna stay at a distance and try and steal this. Thanks to... Alright, need to run away, I'm gonna try and explain the gameplay here before we dive into the build. I don't want to do a separate video for a gameplay and the build. First part is gonna be the gameplay, but anyhow, we're just gonna go get close to this dude and so he cannot like attack me. But anyhow, the Meteor has a range and does a lot of single target damage. Meteor does explosion damage, plus it has the Eternal effect on it that add the Arcane Torrent, and that Arcane Torrent is also feeding Grace of Deflagment for Peace that does additional hit. On the top of that, I'm using an ice armor that keeps me invincible. So if you guys can see, most of the time I am keeping myself invincible, staying at distance and doing bombardment on the idol, trying to provide support. Now, of course, this is going to be a support build and not a build that gives you a lot of mobility running around teleporting. We are not using a teleport because teleport is going to actually cancel the empowerment for the Meteor, so I'm not using that. But still, we have 60% movement speed when we really wants to. And this guy again just came. I'm gonna try and stay behind my teammates and do some damage on the dude. And all right, so far you can see we have killed 14, they have done 22. I'm gonna try and get this dude, leave everything, done and dusted. And this build does a lot of damage. I'll show you guys towards the end. I've been getting that damage badge in most of the game, doing the damage. And look at that, doing the bombardment on the idol at the moment with the Black Hole and the Meteor staying at distance. They are unable to see me right now. And 5 kills in. Necromancer was trying to search. Where is that skills coming from? Let's see. What do we have? Can we get this Guardian? I'm gonna try and stay at distance. You guys will see they weren't able to see me. Come on. So Arcane Torrent from the Black Hole and plus the Meteor and the Black Hole spam, we end up getting that Guardian again. Still not able to catch up on the kills at the moment, 22 versus 32. But I am doing quite a lot of damage, 7 kills in. I died at the very beginning when the game started. They ended up catching me close to the portal. That was my bad. But since then, I have been trying to super careful here. I am not the highest reso player in this game. There are players much higher than me in this game, and I'm staying at distance. Again, this is me trying to basically showcase the gameplay, staying at distance, invincible, avoiding plays, staying at a good spot, and keep on spamming the Black Hole with the Eternal effects of Arcane Torrent, at least one, and spamming the heck out of our skills. So far 30-37. We might actually do this. I'm all alone here. I think I need to run away. This isn't good. This isn't good. I cannot spam my buttons. Yep, this isn't good. I'm gonna try and go invincible. Oh no. Let's see if we can get back. This isn't looking good, but I think I was able to showcase that it does 190k damage just now, and I'm not using any set item from Inferno 8 at the moment. All my green items are from Inferno 7 at the moment. I am not able to get any for the Inferno 8. So that is another thing. Once I get my green items, I'll do much better here. But yeah, this is how it looks. Now I see you guys towards the end with the result. So we end up losing the game, but if we go take a look at the badges, I think I might. Yep, look at that. Got the MVP and the damage badge. And we'll just go check out this dude, 728k. Anyhow, see you guys with the builds now. Now I'll go through everything quickly here, starting with the skill. We are using Magic Missile. You can go use the Electrocute if you like. We are not using any essences for it, but I decided to go with the Magic Missile because our skill has a lot of range, and so Magic Missile is gonna be something that will complement our abilities that has higher range. Then we are using Slow Time, Ice Armor, Black Hole, Meteor. As for the Warband Bonus, as always, we will be using the Protector and making sure we have the Remnant Shepherd button that increase our life and size. Size increase help with the movement speed in Diablo Immortal. If you don't know, the bigger your character size, the faster your character actually move. And then for the Paragon, this is what I am using here. You can try something else, that is totally fine, but this is what I personally use. And now for some of the important bits, we are using this effects here for the black hole. Emit arcane missile from a center that attack random enemies. This is going to be important. If we see, you guys can see there is arcane torrent coming out of that, and that is going to be important. We are using 4 pieces of Grace of the Fleshman. That is somewhat going to complement Grace Foresight, and we can get additional damage out of Grace of the Fleshman. But anyhow, other than that, a critical hit chance, critical hit damage on helm, shoulder, weapons, and offhand. And then make sure that you have slow time effect, at least three of these on your gear. That way you can have 100% uptime for the slow time in a PvP. Effect remain on any enemy for 1.5 seconds, but the one that we're using also extend the duration on ourselves, and make sure that you go for the beneficial duration. And as for the effects on our green item, for the rings I'm using skill cooldown, for the legs beneficial duration, and again beneficial duration on the belt, and for the amulet again I'm using skill cooldown. Everything is from Inferno 7. And now before we go for the set pieces, this is what I am using for the Reforge bonuses. Beneficial duration, damage taken while suffering from, loss of control, damage taken from player, critical damage or skill. This is what I'm using on all pieces of my Reforge for PvP. And now let's go take a look at what I am using here for the PvP. 4 pieces of Grace of the Fleshman. And then we are using 2 pieces of Virtus to extend the beneficial duration of our gems and our skills. And then I am using 2 pieces Skybreaker. I should be using Feasting Baron with this build, but right now I haven't crafted anything for the Inferno 8, so I'm like using the Skybreaker, but I would recommend using the 2-piece Feasting Baron. And now let's quickly go for the essences. The helm is for the slow time. It reduced the cooldown of other skills. Super famous, everyone knows it. And then the chest is for the Meteor. Meteor also increase the critical hit chance by 9.5%. Since we're spamming so much critical, so many Meteor, our critical hit chance always stays at 28 point something, and we also get some cooldown for the Meteor, which isn't that great since it doesn't have more than 1 second. And then shoulder is for the Meteor again. After casting Meteor, your damage is increased by 19% for 3 seconds, and since we always casting Meteor, this keep on triggering. The legs is for the Meteor again. Meteor now empowered you. The one that we're using does a lot of damage. This is what we're using to make the build basically. And then lost second for the slow time to reduce its cooldown, so we can have 100% uptime. And then I'm using a new main hand weapon that increase the skill damage when we have slow time active. And then we have Chaos Rupture for the black hole. Black hole instead summon an unstable star, and this is what we're using with the eternal effects to have the Alkan Torrent as well, and then at the end of hand for the Ice Armor to go invincible. And there we go. That is gonna be the build, a support build, a fun one to use, getting decent result in big boys games as well. I'll keep on playing this and sharing some more gameplay as well. But anyhow, I'm signing off. See you all in the next one. You guys have an excellent day later.